Upgraders Expedition is here. So we're going to take a little look at this new season's trials, each and every week's trials, the trial skin reward, and also the expedition skin reward. I'm just going to skip through this for now, the customization, so we can take a look at the new skin in the game. Let's have a little look. The cinematic was the same. So if we go here, let's take a look at the customization. We do indeed have the Patchwork skin now upgraded with 3 different colors here and more options. You can take off the headgear. We can put on and off the goggles. We've also got a mask and armor plating. This looks pretty good. Now, you may have seen an earlier version with some really cool helmet. I don't know what happened there. It was some kind of glitched skin. This is the current Patchwork skin now. A lot more customization now. So if you've done the second expedition, this is what you will be getting. And here's a look at the full 3 colorways of all options. We've also got Scrappy, a new outfit for Scrappy, the beanie. We also now start with 11 skill points if you did the second expedition. That's pretty good going. On top of that, we have the new trials. And there are new trials this season. It's just definitely going to be a lot different. We've got Damage Loopers. We got Loot Birds' Nests, Damage Spotters, Open Arc Probes, and Search Containers in the Medical Research Wing on Stella Montes. These are going to be pretty interesting. Now, I'm going to skip ahead and show you all of the upcoming trials for the rest of the season. Now, bear in mind, this is subject to change at any point, but this is what's currently planned by the developers. This could all change at any time, so a big disclaimer there. And we'll also show the trial reward skin as we go in as well. Next week's trials should be open containers inside the traffic tunnels, search raider caches, damage rocketeers, leapiers, or bastions, destroy ticks, and destroy enemies in the swamp. So there's some very specific location-specific trials going into this season. For example, Locked Gate. You're going to need to get the Locked Gate open first, and then open all of the containers down there. There's certainly going to be a limit to how much score you could get with these open container trials. I would love to hear your opinion on these. We've also got Search Raider Caches. There's an uncovered cache event where they're going to spawn far more often, but there's also 2x events, where whilst they might not spawn as much, you're going to get double points. Probably night raids, for example. Another thing is, does this include things like hurricane caches? We are yet to see, but there's definitely going to be some cool strategies here for this one. Destroy arc enemies in the swamp is going to be interesting as well, because it's going to force a lot of players into the same area. Whether or not they're going to work together or fight for the spot, we'll have to wait and see. The week following that, we've got a very interesting one, and I don't know if this is subject to, this could change. This is kind of weird. Electromagnetic storm get hit by lightning. What is going on there? That's a trial? Getting a high score on this is going to be really interesting. I've never purposely tried to get hit by lightning before, so if they actually go ahead and do this one, it's going to be really, really weird. We've also got Damage Hornets, and we've got Damage Flying Arc enemies inside the spaceport walls. So, just not on the outskirts of the map. This is going to basically stop people, I suppose, from just farming snitch scanners at the edge of the map. But I guess they can still farm snitch scanners inside spaceport walls. We've also got Damage Bombardiers and Deliver Carriables again. So, some returning, known trials, but also a couple new ones, once again. And then going into the start of March, the week of March 23rd, currently planned is Damage Ground-Based Arc Enemies, Destroy Ticks and Fireballs and Pops, Harvest Plants, we've got the return of Search Containers in the Medical Research Wing, and then we've got Disarm Mines during Locked Gate. This is an interesting one. I didn't even know you could disarm mines, but a couple Locked Gate specific trials here. Hopefully they make Locked Gate more frequent so people can get on and do this one. But this one could be quite fun because there are a lot of mines scattered across the map. It could be quite fun to try and get a high score on this. And there's certainly a different gameplay loop to the traditional stuff. So I'm quite excited to do this one. And then starting on the week, starting March 30, we've got open containers inside the traffic tunnels on Blue Gate. But this one does not require the Locked Gate condition. So it's just, I guess, underground, not during Locked Gate. So somewhat similar, to be honest. We've got do damage to Shredders again, Loot Birds' Nests again, search First Wave Husks, and damage Flying Arc enemies. Starting the week of April 6th, we have damage arc enemies west of the highway on Buried City, which is certainly quite interesting. That's going to be on the west side of the map. Disarm mines during locked gate, search raider caches again, damage wasps, and damage rocketeers. Now, once again, all of this is placeholder potentially and subject to change, but it at least gives you an idea of what the devs are planning and a sneak peek at some of the upcoming trial challenges they definitely have coded into the game. And then starting the week April 13, we've got destroy fireballs, search supply drops, damage bastions, destroy arc enemies in the swamp again, and then get hit by lightning again. It's great that they're introducing more trials, but I think it would be great to not see the same trials repeatedly so many times like this. And then with the week starting April 20th, we've got Damage Queens of Matriarchs, Damage Hornets, and you can see here how this is certainly going to be placeholder because it's got a picture of the uncovered caches. All of this stuff can be changed with any kind of patch from the devs. Once again, this isn't set in stone, and you can see here very clearly these are just the current sort of rough plans for the devs, and anything could change. We've got open tunnels inside the traffic tunnels, unlocked gate, again, damage flying arc enemies inside the spaceport walls, and open arc probes. And then that will be the end of the trials so far. Obviously, once again, subject to change. But if we go have a look through here, we can take a look at the next trial skin. At the end of the season, we can get the Torque skin. And the Torque variant, oh, never mind. Tryhard 1, we get the jacket. Tryhard 3, we get the headgear. Wildcard 2, we get the shoulder pad. Daredevil 1, we get the yellow-gray color. And then Hotshot, we get the red-white. This is probably one of the coolest skins in the game. Yeah, honestly, very, very cool looking. Here's a look at the backpack as well. So these are the currently planned rewards for trials, although all of this could change at any time. Now, if we take a look at the new Project Expedition page, it's a little bit different. We can see what we'll get until the next expedition. This time it's a 15% XP boost, 30% repair, and 18% scrapping material. So this is the stacked bonuses here. And if we start, we can see the first page is pretty similar. I'm sure the ongoing pages will be a little bit different this time around. Now, if we go to our skill tree, we of course have 11 skill points available from the get-go. Now, prioritize getting some stamina. I think this is going to be really important. But later on, I would argue that Security Breach is going to be a really valuable resource for getting some important items such as gun parts. You can also get early weapon blueprints in there as well. You can also get weapons themselves, wolf packs and trailblazers in here, as well as crafting materials for grenades. So definitely, I would prioritize getting this once you've got some stamina. And from there, you can try and make your own decision on where you want to go, whether it's a mobility or the conditioning tree. One other thing as well, this is going to confuse you. The order that you install things in your workshop will determine what order they appear in these empty slots. So it's going to be a little bit confusing if you end up installing them in a different order to you did last season. So try and do it in the same order. For example, last season, I had the gunsmith first. So I'm going to do the gunsmith first again. Now, if you want some tips on how to speedrun your workshop, then there's a video on screen. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Cheerio.